Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? See my chart, my mouse moving. Good morning, Bart, Darren, Jean, Parat, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? See my chart, my mouse moving. Perfect. Okay, before we start, do we have from anyone a question about the trade that you are already in? We will check the pairs as always, but just in case you want to check something now, I wouldn't mind. Good morning, Ralph, Gert. We will check also the trades that we are in, and then we will start our top-down approach with our second group. Jean would like to check CAD CHF short on 4 hour. Give me a second, let me check. CAD CHF is on our first group, and then we will check New Zealand dollar CHF for Ralph. CAD CHF, where is it? There you go. That means CAD CHF short 4 hour. We have big retracement, not an ideal one though. I mean, yes, we have the spikes, we have a retracement, slow, spiky, but it did happen. And of course, this is a weekly chart. Spikes our next support area. Daily, on daily we don't have a daily trendline break. That means if you want to go short, it's better to wait for a daily trendline break, because you can see here my daily trend line is respected with continuously higher lows. And on the 4 hour, you do have here a 4 hour 1 to 3, but it's kind of an early. If you have this trend line break and you say, okay, now I have a 4 hour trend line break, a crossover, and a 1 to 3, you don't have that much of a room to go short, because on daily you could get here a bounce, and actually what you have is a big 1 to 3 going long with a crossover on the daily to go long. So you could say here I'm on a wedge, and it's better to wait for the daily trendline break to go short. Okay. New Zealand dollar CHF. Okay, that's it. That's on the last group. Ralph, are you in, or you are thinking for an entry, or just want to know what could happen? Thinking of an entry on Renko, on Classic? On Renko. Now, as I already have here on my M48, price is retracing. That means if you go, are you thinking short? Okay, that means you will be going against the main trend, and that means you will be going for 50 or 110 pips. Now, price hasn't actually reached the maximum potential of the resistance. This is like 75 pips more to go. That if my area, my support, my resistance area was here, then I would have a reason to go short, of course, after a 4-hour trendline break if it was easy to do it, or even with a bounce. Now, I do have here a reaction, but it's not because of a resistance area, because this is coming from higher settings. If you have it because of this, then you can do it, but again with lower risk, because if you check 960, we've been talking about a very powerful downfall and price been retracing for some time now. This is a reaction, but what was our line for? It was here because of this. So if you want to go short against the main trend, you can do it anyway, but do it with lower risk. No problem with me. I don't care if you go against the main trend, if you go aggressive, if you go scalping, as long as you know what you are doing. Aaron, USD yen on M12. Let me get there. I think it's on the first group. USD yen. Okay, in our watch list, we have it anyway to go short. We have the bounce, we have the trend line break, we have the crossover. We had a bigger retracement, but price broke everything going down again. And what we have here, we said we would like to get a retracement combined higher lower settings, but also what we have is an M12. It is a valid entry, of course. We have a nice retracement, but the downside is that my 1 to 2 line is very big. Even from the crossovers, it's like 200 plus pips, and the retracement is not even half of it. That means price could go give you a couple of more candles and then retrace on higher settings, because then it would look smoother. If you are in, no problem, you could use lower risk, because anyway it's not an early entry, it's close to our support area. Is that okay, Aaron? Because you see, we want to go as close as possible to our trend line break, and if we had an M24 trend line break with an M48 powerful resistance area, then the entry would be somewhere really close here. Anytime around. This is what we are here for. Not, I always say, it's not like I talk, you listen. Yeah, we are trying to find entries, the best possible ones. If you have an idea, just let me know. Many of you have said, Yanis, what about this? Yeah, sometimes I might miss something. Okay, let's go and check. Where are we in our Euro GBP? We had some pending orders on Euro GBP. Let me check, do we have any orders? Any remaining orders? No. Okay, so Euro GBP, it's on our second group. We might get some movement there. Euro GBP, we saw price creating with this area here because of a range, double bottoms. We had higher lows. We already have our double, triple tops as a target, and we had some pending orders even after these lower highs. We had a really nice 1 to 3, and we did put some pending orders, and that means it's activated. We are in with some spread like 40-50 pips, easily going for 270, and we will check it again anyway in our top down approach. It's looking good, it's volatile, and another one that we are already in is Euro USD. If you remember, we are there short bounce on a major resistance area, and we are targeting for the support of this big range. I think this is like 800 pips or more. There you go, it's looking good. It's going short, and this is a big range here, or even here if you want to be a little bit more conservative. I mean, that would be like 520 pips or 880. Yeah, 500 pips, it's even satisfying. And you see here the range. So we are already short, price is going down, and of course right now on M24 you have your opportunity. We will check it again on the analysis. Next one is on our last group, EuroCAD and Aussie Kiwi. Let's go and check them. So EuroCAD, there you go. On EuroCAD we were bounce long, so we are already in. Our last position is 250, and we said we would like to get a 1 2 3 with a higher high for a trend continuation, but price has already retraced, but it still wants to go long. Again, we will check that. We have our win-win scenario anyway. Always if you want to trail your APO on higher settings, that is a really good strategy, so you can stay in a trade as far as you can, even short or long. And Aussie Kiwi, again we saw higher settings. These are the higher settings with lower settings retracement. We were waiting for that. We had our pending orders. We already have our first target. Price is looking good, and there is a lot of room to cover. We already have our first 30-40 pips going for 350. So again, well done for those who keep their last position running. As I always say, remember, that's the one what makes the difference. Okay, let's start with gold. We will do our top-down approach. I don't know if I mentioned that on our second group. And on gold, what we have is double tops. Price is spiky. It's breaking my trend line, and that means I might have to pay a little bit more attention of going short. This is already a wedge. These are my double tops, trend line break. We have the crossovers, and of course best case scenario would be an M12. Remember to adjust your lines when you go to lower settings or higher, and that is what I'm looking for now. I would like to go short. Trends are changing, and so should I. What should I do is follow early trend changes. Give me a second. So for those of course who trade gold, it's short. USD yen, we have our reaction like we said before. Price is going short. My target is there waiting for me. When you do the top-down approach, you can see that these lines could hold for months. and of course lower settings I had a really big retracement. Having this kind of retracement with spikes and price going back down again, it's also a verification that price still wants to go short. This was an M12 entry. Definitely I could combine that with an M6 just in case price wants to retrace even higher, but it's going to be an M6 entry, lower risk, lower APO anyway because it's an M6, and also because I am late on an entry, on this entry, and that is because I'm close to my support area. USD CAD. On USD CAD, definitely I want to go short because I'm getting a really nice retracement. And also, this retracement helps me to gain more room to go short. I can wait a little bit longer for the retracement. It's not that far away, I mean it's like 40 pips. And short, it would be, even with lower settings, when my 2 to 3 line breaks, 600 pips. I think I should keep an eye on that. Like Euro Yen. Two options here. The good thing is that we have a really nice combination. We have multiple bottoms on this major support area. We have a trend line break. I think this is even 960. There you go. And a very big 1 to 3. It just needs a little bit more retracement. So what I would like is to see in this area how price will react. Will it start moving back up again or short? But again, I would like to go long, and you can see that 960 has trend line break, multiple bottoms here, crossover, and 1 to 3, and so M48. So that means unless this area breaks or this 2 to 3 line breaks, we are not going anywhere. Ideally long, but even then it's better to get a setup above the resistance. So it's going to be in our watch list with a green color, but it's going to be breakout. Aussie. We said we would like to get a retracement. Did anyone took this? This was a really nice M12 entry. Look at this. Oops, sorry. Look at this. Price couldn't go higher. Trendline break, crossover of the MAs, and a 1 to 3. That would be an entry of 50-60 pips. Already first target met. Ralph took this. Well done, Ralph. And that means you can see that price been going long for some time, and it can give you a win-win scenario till 36 EMA. 960. You could even get a 960 retracement. Price been going, it's been going after my trend line break long for a long time. Well, distance actually, because this is not a time based, but eventually you know price is going to retrace. And now next scenario would be another 1 to 3 to go short, that is. CAD CHF. This is something that we've been waiting for some time now to go long, and I think we should wait a little bit longer. Price might want to retest my support area here. This is major support. It's my trend line, my horizontal support and resistance, and my 36 EMA. It has plenty of room for me to go long. Price been going short after a range, then higher lows, crossovers, and a big 1 to 3. But nothing is clear yet. First of all, because of this. My support area is quite close, so that means both directions would be fine, no problem with that. But before I get an entry, I need to have a clear direction. So if someone is pointing to both direction, you can have it as a breakout. You can have it only as long. Whatever two cases. Trend line breaks, we need a setup below the support. 2 to 3 line breaks, then we need a setup above this area. On Euro CHF, we have an M12 1 to 3. So we do have an M48 reaction. Price couldn't break my 36 EMA. It is going short after this 2 to 3 line break, but easily that could be a bounce with a higher low. Let me quick pick 960. Okay, so we could go short, but definitely with lower risk. And this is going to be why? Because of the bounce and the higher low potential, or because we are going to be late on this entry. We might, this is like 60, 50, 60 pips. We could get a win-win scenario if price goes all the way down here. So let's see how that goes. I don't like it particularly, but okay. DAX. DAX has given us a big retracement, a big movement after this 2 to 3 line, and we are going for a bigger retracement. We would like for the resistance area here, for the previous resistance area to act as support, but the problem is that price wants to retrace even higher. I'm okay with that. We know that these pairs are really volatile, so what can we do? Wait for a bigger retracement. If someone wants to go short, that means maximum 290 or 29 pips. I don't think it's worth the effort. But what would worth it is if you draw a trend line and you wait for the trend line, for this trend line to break. Although DAX has the room to go a little bit higher. These are the highest ever, for at least with this broker, Wanda. But what I have here, it's this. So I think DAX also should be in breakout. On Dow is going short. We were waiting for the retracement. Look at this. It happened. Do we have anyone here that trades DAX or Dow? This was an entry of 40, 45, already 100. Paul trades DAX, demo scalping Gene, Rod also DAX. Well done. So, on Dow, we are on a major support area. What's happening now is that price could start retracing or going down again. How far short can I go? Previous lows are here with some other lows. Okay, I could go for that, but again only after a clear direction. I don't need this anymore. Price either retraces or continues and then retraces. I didn't check any news today for any volatility, so at least 1400 or 140 pips two scenarios, but you have to wait for the support area to break to go short. Okay, second group, top-down approach. GBP New Zealand dollar price is going down. It's easy to spot, but here we have double bottoms. Is this major support? We will see. We have this area here which is broken, a very powerful one. Too spiky to ignore. Definitely long term this is my target, but I have here some lows, some spikes. Okay, if price hasn't spiked for some time here, I wouldn't draw any lines, but now I cannot ignore it. And you can see because of the double bottoms, I can draw my trend line and wait for a breakout. Price continues short. I know how far I can go. Price reacts and breaks my trend line. That means I'm going for my higher settings. What about my M24? Okay, kind of a range. Yeah, only if this line breaks we are going long. Euro GBP. We discuss about this, but now price is long. Sorry, this is an M12. Okay. Oh, come on. There you go. I have the spikes. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs on this level. Price is already breaking. We are going long. We said we could go for this area. Previous highs with some resistance. Jean says no news today. Thank you very much, Jean. That means we will be a little bit smoother on the movement. And you remember the line that I draw, more or less it's the same. We have our pending orders. It's going long. And once more, what can we do? We can wait for another M12 1 2 3, ideally with a higher high. Euro GBP, let's go long. Euro Aussie. Okay. Trend line break. We had our M24 1 2 3. We will check it. Again here we had a reaction with a higher low crossovers. How far can we go here? Quick pick on 960. Was there major even on higher settings? What about okay, multiple tops on this level? That means we could go for a big retracement, double checking all these higher settings. And of course, now how far can we go? How about this area? Previous high. It's looking good. And the same. This is an M24. How about an M12? Was there an M12 opportunity? Of course it was. And that means either we wait for another one or ideally an M24 retracement. Ralph says I'm in on Eurosi. Sorry, I just saw that. Yes, with an M12. Okay, that means an APO of 35, 40 pips, already win-win scenario, right? Or if it's only in two positions, again, first position and trailed out the break even. Perfect. And of course, you can see now that price is going for 250 pips. Ralph is going for 250 pips, and not only for that. This is a huge, I mean, after this crossover, price has been going down for 2,800 pips. With a reaction here, you could go for 1,500 or for this strong support area with one simple trade with 50-60 pips. Okay, Euro Aussie, it's long. GBP JPY. Okay, we have a reaction, lower high crossovers, 1 2 3, kind of a range here. Let's quick pick 960. Okay, this is an area that I could target. Price is breaking my 36 EMA even on higher settings. Okay, how about this area? Price is back inside that. So let me check. Could I draw a trend line from here? It's already broken. Okay, that means with an M48 back in this zone, what could I go for is another M24 retracement to go short. It has the room, 500 pips. That would be probably having an M12 opportunity. Let me check. There you go. Nice retracement. Ralph is in that too. Okay, Ralph is on fire. This is probably his week. And again, well done. Combination. You see trendline break, crossover, higher settings, lower settings, combined entries. Going for this area. Going for, come on. Ralph, you're with an M24, M12. Going for more than 360 pips. There you go. And the whole idea, of course, is to create your win-win scenario, already having the first target. Well done. So GBP JPY now is short. New Zealand dollar yen. Okay. Easy to spot this powerful resistance area broken. Huge movement. Price is retracing. Ideally till 36 EMA. Where is going to be my target? I had some spikes here. Okay, price has reacted. It could go all the way up, but this is an M48 retracement, and we will have to wait a little bit longer. We don't have any news today. Definitely we want to go long. Probably we will get something out of it tomorrow. On New Zealand dollar CAD, I have my double tops here, maybe a little bit higher on my spikes. Price is reacting. What I have is actually a big range. Price is going up. If you have a line here, I'm okay with that. You can be a little bit more conservative if you want to, but we always go for the big target. And you could go with a line something like that for a breakout. We were hoping to go long, price breaking this area, but you see multiple tops 36 EMA kind of holding, it's a wedge. Yeah, so definitely it's a breakout. If price of course decides to get a little bit more volatile. Oil's been going long for some time now, and you can see it went all the way down to this area. So we had our multiple tops and at this level bottoms. We had our previous high here also reacting. Price could go catch a breath, you know, and that would go for some more room all the way down to 209. Plenty of it. You don't have to count on these kind of big settings. And we have here a very powerful uptrend. It's over. We do have the first crossovers. We have our lower high, this 1 2 3, and of course if we can combine it even with an M12, we can go short. We already had our first M12. We could go with another one. It's not that far away. And now oil is short. Are we okay, everybody? Perfect. Okay, GBP CAD. Once more, the breakout went back inside the wedge. That's why I always say go with lower risk. I don't like it. It's back inside that wedge. I'm not going to do anything. I just change my approach to breakout and let it be. New Zealand dollar, US dollar could go higher. We already have the retracement. Combined support area here. So what we want, we just need our 2 to 3 line to break. So far, my support area is holding. I don't have a reason not to focus long, and that is because there is plenty of room and I have volatility. Even if price decides to go a little bit lower, I would still focus long. I mean, my trend line would be like that. So let's see how that goes. Euro USD, we analyzed that. We have our first target already. We have the bounce. Price has broken my 36 EMA, and we already had an M12. Did anyone took that? Even with a conservative approach, we were waiting for that. Jax did it. Again, perfect. Well done. And we are short, and what we are waiting for is another retracement. Ideally, if we can get a higher settings retracement on M24, even better. The good thing is that we have a lot of room to go. Now, many people would say, but how do you know that it will go all the way down? What if we get reverse signal not in 500 but in 200? It doesn't matter. The whole point is to create your win-win scenario really quickly, and then if it turns around, no problem with me. I have anyway locked profits, and I adjust my scenario accordingly. And that is what we will do here on Euro USD. We will keep short. Euro New Zealand dollar. Let's see what we have. Okay, I mean, we were waiting for a setup to go short. because of the reaction, price didn't do our favor. This is a big one. Sorry, this is a big 1 2 3. My 2 to 3 line has broken, but it's like a false breakout. What if now price gives me, let me delete all these lines, this. I have my trend line break, a reaction, it's not that close, but price might want to create a false breakout on higher settings, and price goes back up again. Okay, I will go long, but only if price gets inside this zone. Otherwise, I will just have to wait a little bit longer. For me, it's breakout now. That means not only because it's a wedge or something, but I would like you to focus on both directions. That's the only reason. On GBP/AUD, we want to go short. Price been going short like forever. Late entry, lower risk, only if you want to or you have it in your watch list or it's one of the few pairs that you are trading. Aussie yen, we have already a retracement on M24 and probably this is higher settings 36 CMA. Okay, this is a big 1 2 3, a very powerful one. If you are already short from here with an M24, probably you do have your win-win scenario. This would be also a break with an M6, but you see retracement, and now on major resistance. I can mark my 36 CMA. I can draw my line, probably it's better from here. 3 touches. Again, it's the same thing, breakout, but now we are waiting our 2 to 3 line to break, to go long. We can combine that with lower settings because we will have the room, or when my M48 trend line breaks, I can go short for 180, 190 pips. Aussie again should be in our watch list. Breakout. USD CHF. Okay, the retracement is a little bit bigger than expected, and that means it's an M24, which is even better. At this level, you can see lower highs, lower, perfect, a lot of room to cover, and the only thing missing is your 2 to 3 line break. I would say keep a very close eye on this short. Okay, let's go to our last group. Do we have anyone today here for the first time? Aussie CAD, multiple tops. It looks like we're waiting for a bigger retracement, and it has started. I'm okay with that. I want to go long. The retracement has begun, and the only thing I need now is patience, nothing else. Price gets to combined support area, and then we trade it. We will see again tomorrow. On CAD yen, it's like wanting to create double bottoms. Let me double check it. Okay, now I have a very powerful 1 2 3 combined support area here, 36 CMA, previous resistance area acting as support. Both cases could give me a lot of pips. 260 going long, if price breaks this area, 400 pips. Price though is going up. I have the crossovers, very powerful movement. So again, what could you do? Switch to M12, draw a trend line like that, and wait for the breakout. GBP USD. I already have my higher high, but this spike doesn't make me feel comfortable. Why? Because I want to go long and I'm waiting my 2 to 3 line, not my 36 EMA to broken. Oops, sorry. Bharat says short cable. Give me a second. Flip zone M96, M24 trend line break. 1 to 3 on M12 short, 126 last position still in play. So we go to 960. 12766 M24 trend line break. Let me find my M24. Are you short? First of all, let me find the area that you are short at 12609. 2609. You are short. Okay, and M24. Okay, because of this 1 to 3, you're back inside the zone. Okay, and with this M12. Okay, you are short. Last position still in play. Okay, 2 positions or 3? 3. Okay, there you go. Against the main trend. You see here price starting to retrace. Bharat saw price going back inside this zone. He got also his confirmation with this M24, and that M24 also is an M12 entry, and he took it and he is short. And of course, since you are on a win-win scenario, keep an eye till this area. Okay, you can take your incremental profits on 24 or 36 EMA. Yes, exactly that. Well done. Perfect. I like it. I'm really enjoyed and happy when I see people trading and also talking about it. I would also appreciate for you, everybody, to post that in our Facebook group so everybody can see what we are doing there. It's members area. It's not that everybody can see it. It's not public. It's private. Okay, GBP USD. There you go. So if you want to go short, okay, it's going to be a little bit more late, but I think for now, if you are not in, we could wait for a breakout. GBP USD. Bharat says I'm useless at the tech stuff. Okay. What do you mean useless? This is tech stuff. Analysis is tech stuff. You are not useless at all. You are doing very well. Oh, you mean posting on Facebook? Okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. You can send me your trades if you want to, your print screens, and I can post it for you. No problem. GBP CHF. Now on GBP CHF, we said double check everything. We were waiting for a long. If we had some pending orders, it looks like we took the first one or not, and we are out because price wants to retrace even more. And we said we could go for a bounce here because of this trend line. Now, since I'm out, I will have to be a little bit more careful. I do have a higher high. So what happens if price gives me this, which is exactly what I have now. This is a conservative bounce. What we could do here, we could put, how do you put pending orders on conservative bounce on a trend line? This is a good opportunity. Let me show you, even if I don't like it that much, although it has a lot of room to cover, but it's a good excuse to explain that. Okay, this is an M24. Okay, it's the principle, it's the same. So I have this 1, 2, 3. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, rooftop, pyramid, whatever. So I have the reaction on my trend line. Price goes up, retraces 12 EMA, 24 EMA, and then it gives me another retracement touching the trend line with a higher low. So that is the opportunity now to put some pending orders. Either you put aggressive pending orders or the conservative, waiting this opportunity. You open your pending order EA, you adjust your APO accordingly, and your auto trading on. Now my APO is always below my trend line and my spike, and my pending order it's above my, let me put it a little bit away, above my candle, my last candle, and above my 2 to 3 line. Like here, I could put it on this exact number. Anyway, this is a very good indicator how and where to, not how, where to set your pending order. So I have my APO, my pending order is waiting there, first and second target really quickly, last position running as long as possible, and always having auto trading on. So that means I'm ready, my pending orders, and let's remove the EA for not getting my CPU heavy. So again, we would like to go long. Let's stick to that approach. Either you wait for, you put some pending orders, or you can even wait for a trend line break from here, and then in 1, 2, 3. It's up to you. Okay, GBP CHF bounce long, and that means you can wait for the trend line to go long. So let's focus on that. New Zealand dollar CHF, I have an M48. Price is retracing, and I would like to retrace, to get a retracement a little bit longer, because price hasn't reacted yet on a major resistance area. I do have a 1, 2, 3 to go short. Of course, we don't have any crossover, and my 0.1 and my 0.3 is above 36 EMA. And if it's going to be against the main trend, definitely it has to be with much more lower risk, even an M6. Why? Because I would like to create my win-win scenario really, really quickly till 60 or 120 pips. Ideally, long term, I would like to go long. Okay, there you go. And CHF yen. On CHF yen, I'm waiting for a breakout. I have my resistance, I have my false breakout, lower high, trend line is breaking, and I could go for my M12, 1, 2, 3. To go short. Again, enough room to 300 pips. Okay, CHF yen, have it there short and keep a close eye on it. EuroCAD. Okay, we discuss about this. Price is retracing, has retraced, sorry, already till my 36 EMA. I like it. I like price continuing, but now what I would like is another 1 2 3. This is an M24, so that means I could go even with an M12 1 2 3. Why not? Again, you can see if we have trailed our APO on M12, we would be out. Euro CAD is long. Aussie QE. Trend continuation, it's looking good. Plenty of room though to go. We could go for another 1 2 3. Look at this. Two, take an entry. We're not that far away, we're not late. Okay, it's the second 1 2 3, but it could happen on an M24 retracement. No problem with me. Again, I think it's worth our attention going short. Aussie CHF. Again, price didn't go all the way up. Let me delete this. A little bit more of a retracement would be perfect. I have the spikes here. The retracement has already happened. Only 70 pips room to go. I don't think we should go long yet. Short yet, but let's wait for the retracement all the way down to this area. To go long, that is. But maybe tomorrow we will get something. Not today. Okay, it took almost an hour. Are we okay, everybody? You are welcome, Darren, anytime. Thank you also, Bharat. Stay safe, you too. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Profitable one. And have also a beautiful day. Stay safe and see you again tomorrow. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Fred. Bye-bye.